Have you set intentions for your bedroom? I'm going to use this as an example to really explore how you can go from friction to flow, identify friction points, and set intentions and understand like how to apply them. So this is your freebie course, quick course on how to have the bedroom of your dreams. So let's get started with where I was before. In my previous friction bedroom, I had a portrait over my bed that was a single lady that was kind of like looking off into the distance, and she was naked and crossing her arms like this, a little bit vulnerable and a little bit sad. And this was a portrait that I took of a girl for the Boo Book portrait series. And I just realized it wasn't the energy that I really wanted around my bedroom. So I decided that that needed to go. And I love the portrait and I still almost want to bring it in all the time because it's so beautiful, but it's not in alignment with what my bedroom is supposed to be. I also had a problem, to go back to the beginning. I didn't have an intention for that bedroom. So that was a huge deal. And that is the reason why that portrait was up there. Third, I had my bed pushed up all the way against the wall. That's a big no-no again too, because my bedroom was only inviting one person to get into bed. And when I did have a second person in bed, it was like awkward. You have to climb over the person in order to get into bed. It wasn't working for me. It was a complete friction point. So I realized that those three things were the major obstacles in my bedroom. So now my bedroom has space on both sides for both partners to get into comfortably. I have no artwork above my bed, but I'm looking for beautiful artwork that either has the colors or the feeling or symbolism of partnership. And last but not least, definitely the thing that comes first is the intention. So my intentions for this room were of tranquility, of peace, sensuality, and passion. One of the ways that I started figuring out how to bring those elements into my space was by using one of the tricks I teach for Friction to Flow, and that's using the senses. So sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and intuition. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to tap into each one and see how I could incorporate those elements to bring tranquility and sensuality and passion into my space. So I would say when you think about passion, you think about fire first and foremost. So I started incorporating a lot of candles into my space. Fire, you can hear the sounds of fire, which I really, really love, and candles everywhere. I also brought in water element by using my diffuser with scents, with beautiful, like natural scents that actually supported the tranquility and ease that I wanted to get into. Because you want to use natural things, not synthetic things that are chemical based, but things that will actually put you to sleep, like rosemary. And there's a bunch of different things that you can do. Let's talk about texture. Let's talk about touch. So as you can see, I am in my nightie now. You know, I don't always wear a full nightie, but this is what I wear when I'm walking around the house. This is like silk. So you can just feel, obviously, like, you know, relaxation. You immediately get comfortable and you feel at ease and you feel sensual wearing silk. It's automatic. I also made sure to add and incorporate things to touch throughout my bedroom. So even from my rug to the sheets on my bed, they are the most comfortable sheets you'll ever touch. And my rug, people cannot stop rubbing their bodies against my rug. My girlfriends, everybody, the kids are like swimming on my rug. The bed sheets are just like comfort on comfort, like the coziest sheets you've ever felt. My pillows are super comfortable, and I have silk pillows as well. And yeah, and then I think with the nightie again, like there's so many different ways to incorporate touch into your bedroom. Let's talk about hearing. So for hearing, like I do love the sound, the crackle of a fireplace. There's also cozy wallpapers that I put on, and these are the only things that I typically put on in my bedroom. I don't really allow any TV. I don't have cable, but I do love YouTube cozy wallpapers that take you anywhere around the world to the most beautiful ambient scenes. So let's say a cafe in Paris, or there might be a rainstorm at night in Paris or in New York, and you might be in a cafe, or you might be sitting by a waterfall at night. Like, it could be anything, and you put that on YouTube and you can access anywhere in the world in a moment, in the most beautiful moment. It's like when you go somewhere and you see the perfect sunset at the perfect time, and you have the perfect glass of wine in front of you and the perfect lighting and everything's perfect. They recreate those scenes on YouTube. So here's my little hack that I use this every single day. Go to YouTube and type in cozy wallpaper, and then see what comes up and go from there. And then you can type in New York, you can type in Paris, Bali, anywhere, and it'll come up. Even Harry Potter. You want to be on a train going to Hogwarts with the rain coming down and a book in your lap, like that's possible. So sounds are just so important to a bedroom as well. I also have music. I keep everything kind of analog for the most part. There's a record player here, and I play some of my favorite tracks. Right now I have Marvin Gaye's Greatest Hits on my record player, and it's just ready to go. And I have my favorite song on repeat every morning. And I love the idea of incorporating music and sounds in the bedroom, especially when, let's say, you're reading, or just like winding down, brushing your teeth, having a shower. It's so nice. And then last but not least, for sound, I actually have a healing bowl here, a crystal bowl. So that's also something that's really beautiful, and a way to incorporate sound into your space. Through and through, I think. Well, another one is taste. Now, personally, I love having tea at nighttime, and I have a cup steeping right over there. I have my bedroom nighttime tea that I always have, and I have a space for it on my bed over here. Yeah. So when I get into bed, I usually have this book. It's called Clarity and Connection. And it's basically kind of like poetry, but just really like real material. I can't even get started on it right now. It's so good. You should just buy it. And what I do is I have my book with my tea, and I sit there in bed and I kind of de-stress. I turn off all the electronics at least an hour and a half, 2 hours before bed usually. And I let myself wind down naturally so that the melatonin and everything can come through and I can have a proper sleep. So that's one of the ways that I incorporate sound and taste and hearing and touch. And what am I missing? I guess there's sight. So for sight, I mean, obviously I want my space to be aesthetically pleasing and soft, warm lighting. Lighting is a big deal. So right now I'm actually being lit by my bathroom lighting. But my bedroom actually has no lighting on the top, which I'm actually getting installed, and I am installing light with Kelvin setting that will be at a warm temperature that's perfect to also keep up with this theme of tranquility. So those are just like some quick tips on how to incorporate flow into your bedroom and to allow it to align with your intentions. So every single thing in here is something that I love. And that's what I love about Friction of Flow, is that I'm teaching people how to fall in love with everything in your space. So there's not one thing that you don't desire and love and to have in your space. So this is my trick. I hope that it was helpful to you. And if you have any input or tips or tricks that you want to add about how you made your place more aligned with your intentions, then please do share. Or if you have any questions, please add them below. Thank you so much for staying tuned and learning about Friction of Flow in the bedroom. Bye.